Hey everyone, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and welcome to Tarot at 12 Sunday edition. Glad you all could be here. I see quite a few people coming in, so I want to get started right away. I'd like to, right off the bat, thank my dear friend, Night Reader Tarot. He will be my eyes and ears, and I will be checking the chat. But during readings, I am very focused on the cards. So Night Reader will be selecting randomly and letting me know. And a reminder that donations do take priority. So if you're really ready to get in there and get a reading and not liking the list, go ahead and donate. Okay, so we've got quite a few people here already. Bratty Kitten. Love your name. Rish, CC Sagittarius, Georgia Peach, Aneri, hello, welcome everyone. CC Sagittarius, Aries girl, you want to start your own channel, just go for it, go for it. Okay, so our first question, Georgia Peach asks, what did KJ think about my message? So let's find out. I'm going to use the Tarot in Wonderland. Feels like a little bit of mystery. So let's use our mystery appropriate deck. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah, I moved the lighting that I had up set up yesterday. I realized it had a lot of glare on the cards. So I hope that's better today. You'll have to let me know. And just so you know, I love feedback, so I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how things are going, what you're thinking, ideas. I love hearing feedback, so please do drop that into the comments. All right, KJ, what are you thinking about Georgia Peach's message? What are you thinking there, KJ? We want to know. All right, let's see what the cards say. KJ, what are you thinking about Georgia Peach's message? Let's see. Okay. I think your message is going to make a big change. I think the message is going... Wait a minute. Let me get this out of the way. I love having it show, but it's in my way. Okay. I think that something's going to happen. I think that this message is going to change things and kick them into gear. The Wheel of Fortune says what comes around goes around. Cycles continue, starting new. So I'm thinking that that's what that says. Here's your message. Here's the message you sent. This is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is traditionally kind of a giving card. So there's where you sent your message right there. Next to that, we have the Sun. And that's all about happiness, coming together. I mean, in this particular deck, look at, she's got her hand around her, her arm, around her. Everybody's joining together. So I think your message is really sparking it. And then here we go. Things are going to change. That wheel's going to turn. And look at where it's going. It's going to the world. The world is, as the name implies, the world. Having it all. Look at, they've got all the suits of the playing cards there. And she's got her crown on. And she's also got these wands. These wands, what they mean actually is, as is above, so below. So it's like kind of the manifestation card that everything has come into fruition. So I'm going to say that KJ, not only is he liking your message, I think it's going to make a change. I think some change is coming for you. All righty, Georgia Peach. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ooh, I almost dropped it already. Beginning of the show, and I almost dropped something. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on to our next, I almost said our next lesson. Our next reading, let me see. CC Sagittarius would like to know, what are Stefan's current feelings and intentions toward me? Let's find out. Let me think here. What would be a good deck? Oh, let's use the Light Seers. How can you not use the Light Seers right away, huh? All right, Stefan, how are you feeling about CC? What are you going to be doing? What are your intentions? Okay, let's see. What are you feeling there, Stefan? We want to know. Give us some insight. Oh, my stomach just growled. It was very loud. I'm sorry if you heard that. I'm the one who said tarot at 12 is for lunch, and I never eat my lunch, so I'm dropping the ball. All right, so what are Stefan's current feelings about you? Well, I'm thinking things are looking good. I think feelings are definitely there. I think there's still going to be a little bit before maybe those feelings and intentions are revealed. I think it's coming. I definitely do. But I think it's going to be a bit, and I'll tell you why. Here we've got the moon. The moon is a bit of mystery. But look at, this is a person, I guess. I thought it was a mermaid at first. Anyway, you know, she's being guided by the moon. She's relaxing. She's being pulled by the moon. She's guided. The two dogs are in the way, so that way she doesn't get lost. So it's a mystery, but a guided mystery, not a fearful mystery. So I think there's a little bit of unknown. I think it's going to be a bit before you realize, you know, or he announces those feelings. This card is all about resting and relaxing and, quite frankly, just waiting. So we've got some cards here, but I think the current feelings are there. We've got the sun here. I mean, how can you be more joyous and happy? Look at all those bright colors. We've got a lot of yellow in there. Yellow is for optimism, cheerfulness, that kind of thing. Obviously, that would make sense. And we also have some blue. Blue is for trust, peace. This is loyalty. So I think things are coming. And then here to end off of our spread here, we've got the Ace of Wands. That's a new opportunity right there. And because it's an wands, that's for growth, effort. So I think, yes, I think you might have to wait a bit. I think some things are going to take a little time, but that happiness is there, the coming together, and this is the growing of the relationship. So it's looking good. Looking good. There you go, Stefan. You gave us a good reading there. I have to make sure to remember. I try to remember names, and I do apologize. Sometimes I do not connect. Let's see here. Next reading, we have Aries girl. There you go. And I saw your question as I was kind of getting ready, and I'm glad that this is one of the ones that is going to be read. Your YouTube channel, will you have success? Now, I'm not sure what you're doing, if it's kind of a horoscope, or astrologically involved, because you have your name Aries girl, but tarot, astrology, there is such a great community here. Any channel that you start is going to have growing pains in the beginning and nerves, getting used to things. I can speak to this, literally, this is my second week. So I can definitely speak from experience. And I'm telling you, no matter what these cards are going to say right now, get started. Just do it. It is so much fun. You meet so many people. If you're reading cards, you get to read so many people. It's so much fun. If you're doing astrology, I'm sure the same would apply. So keep that in mind. Let's see what the cards think, though. Starting off on a new journey. That sounds like a channel success card. Okay. Alrighty. I'm thinking this looks good right off the bat. I can tell you, as I said, it's the start of a journey. Things are getting started and getting ready to start moving. This is about building a foundation. In a lot of the decks, it's a house that is being made, and it's obviously under construction, so to speak, and some people in there and stuff. So it's building that, and it's having some success. So that's awesome to start off with. Next to it, we have the Nine of Rods. That is wands. The Nine of Wands, this is somebody who had to do some work. I mean, look at, he's wearing some kind of battle-worn, looking face. Well, his face looks battle-worn, and then he's got like this headband on, his hair's a mess. He has worked hard to get where he is, and he is standing guard over his achievements. So, that doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to be in there and you're going to have to stand there in a defensive stance, but it means, protect what you've done. Start that channel, get it going, protect your schedule, meet people, make sure you have some balance in there, because look what's going to come. The Ten of Pentacles. That is a happy, happy family getting together, having all of your resources, and just overall, feeling very secure and confident. And then look at what's at the end, helping people. So, because I'm not sure what your channel is going to kind of highlight or focus on, this is telling me your channel is going to be helping people, whether that's direct help, or if it's, even a comedy channel is helpful to people because you make people laugh. You never know how you are going to affect other people. But yeah, this is saying definitely you will have success. You do need to worry though, not worry, be aware that, you are going to have to plan, you are going to have to get things going, and you're going to have to kind of be protective of your time. How exciting! Get started. I want to see your channel. All righty. So let me take a look here. All right, so let's move on. Let us see. And please remember too that, here we go. We have a donation, and it's a donation from Night Reader Tarot. So how perfect. What will work best? A separate Lenormand show only daily or once a week, or a Lenormand show only as my regular show one night a week? So let's see. For this, I'm going to use the Light Seers because that feels like a night reader kind of deck. What will work best? Separate I keep saying Lamar. It's Lenormand. Okay, let's see. We're going to separate it, or are we going to incorporate it? Let's see what is right. For those of you that don't know what Lenormand is, it's another form of divination, also using cards. A little bit different than tarot. Well, actually quite different. Really cool. I was blown away. I had never really seen it in action, and I really was blown away. And I know that the Night Reader's really studying on this, so have to check him out so that you can see what it's all about. Okay, so let's find out what the tarot thinks about it. Okay, and thank you for your donation, Night Reader. Okay, so should we do a second show? All right. I'm thinking that what this is saying is that you should keep it on your own show, your own regular show. I think it should be incorporated. And the reason I'm going to say that is here we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is news of new wealth, new resources, a new stream, a new source of entertainment, of helping people. And look at what comes around goes around. That's the wheel. That's your current show. So adding that to your current show is, I think, going to be the best idea. Now, I think it's going to be a lot of juggling too. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which can sometimes indicate a choice between two things, which would also clearly apply because you're trying to decide between which of these it'll go. But based on what's around it, I am going to say that this is about balance. I think it's going to take some balance. And just like I was saying to our Aries girl, there's always growing pains. I'm still living through my growing pains. So finding the right niche. And that's what the Page of Cups is telling us. The Page of Cups is an announcement, a message of, this is something that you're going to be able to sit back and watch it flow. And I think, you know, in this particular deck, he's looking up and he's watching himself, I assume, floating. And this, I think it's just going to be a position for you where it's going to flow effortlessly. Once you get everything situated, get your balance on there, I think that you can expect some success. But I think that success is kind of just going to flow. It's just going to be adopted as part of your show. So cards are saying, I think you shouldn't, well, the cards are saying that you should. Most likely it looks like an incorporation is going to be the way to go. And I see that really going well. And look at that. You got pages on the ends of this spread. Bookends, bookend pages, bringing you news, bringing you messages. All righty. Well, thank you so much for your donation, and I hope that helped. Let me see what we've got going on. There we go. Now, today is Sunday. I have my entire family home, so I apologize for any side noises. Everybody's so quiet and really respectful, but sometimes the dogs don't care what I say. Okay, so let's see this question. We've got a Neri. Will I get good scores on my Let's exam if I take it in August? All right. Well, I'm hoping you're feeling ready. August is right around the corner, and it's been a long time. I took my GMAT, oh God, it's years ago now, but my daughter just did her GRE for grad school, and I know how involved it is, and I know that the tests aren't offered all the time, so you really do have to plan it out ahead of time. So let's see an area. I want to see what kind of scores we're looking at for Nari's Let's exam. August is going to be good. We're going to use the classic Llewellyn because I feel like this is a classic kind of question for educational purposes. I don't think that really made sense, but I think you know what I mean. Okay. All righty. Let's see about August. Okay. All righty. Starting off, let's see here. We have the Lovers here, and that's clearly it is often an a romantic card, but it doesn't always mean romance. Lovers are two things that you love coming together. It's a harmonious card. It is bringing things that are close to your heart, things that are important. Obviously, this is important to you. So this doesn't necessarily obviously represent a romance in this spread. Next, we have the Four of Cups. That's kind of being bored with what you've got. You're waiting for something. I'm thinking, based on what I'm seeing here, and this one is really triggering this, I'm thinking that August may not be the way to go. I'm going to tell you why. I think you'll be successful. I don't think you're going to have a problem. But I think August is showing me that you're maybe not ready. I think it's a personal decision, not a score. I don't think a score is why you shouldn't, but I'm thinking you might not be ready. Here we have the Page of Wands. This is news of growth. Again, see these two? I think you're going to have good scores, but I think you're kind of running over it in your mind. I'm wondering if you need to get yourself kind of in a place where you are ready. Not the answers to the test, not your intellectual ability, but something personal about that. And this ties right into it, the Wheel of Fortune. Something's running through your mind that's kind of holding you back from feeling like you can do this. These cards here are saying, you can do this. You can do this. This Page of Wands, again, that's a message of growth and opportunity. But these are saying that you're kind of going over it in your mind. So do some reflection and kind of see, maybe it's just the fear and the nerves, and you just got to jump in and do it anyway. There's that book, you might have heard of it. I'm sure you did. It's Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. That applies here. That really does. Good luck. I hope it goes well, and I think you will be successful in August if you just kind of get out of your own way a little bit. Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to see what else we've got. Hello, everybody. I want to again let you know I am seeing you and I am so happy you're here. I hope you understand that I'm not always able to greet everybody, but I am watching and I'm so grateful for you. Christine, Pearl, how are you? Miss Chris, hello. Okay, so here we've got a question from Mary M. How funny that I was stuck on the mama. And your name is Mary M. How are you, Mary? I need some guidance. Should I send him a general greeting message on August 1st or 2nd or not? Is it a good decision? We've had no communication. Okay, so just a message to say, hi, how are you doing? Waiting till August 1st or 2nd. No communication yet. So is this going to trigger communication or is it going to push communication further out? Mary wants to know. We're going to find out. We are going to see what we can see. All right. I kind of pulled the camera in so that you can see the cards better. I feel like I'm holding them up quite a bit because to show you things, but hopefully this is better. Let me know if we have issues. Okay. All right. Looks like the cards are saying that you might want to wait, but the waiting is what's going to bring something about. I'll tell you why I am feeling that way. Here we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is all about waiting, relaxing, reflecting. So it is a very much a waiting card. Then here we have the Devil. The Devil, it is not a scary card like it always looks like and is called the Devil. But it's more about kind of releasing things that are holding you back. I'm thinking whatever it is that, he is being held back by in terms of responding or reaching out to you. I'm thinking that that's going to lead to some kind of defensiveness. I think reaching out to him now might push him further away. I don't know why he might be feeling defensive, but I can see here that there's something that he's feeling like, not an active, aggressive kind of thing, but just like protecting his own. Look at this guy. He's protecting his house, his home. Well, the home is symbolic for yourself. Your body, your home, your mind, that's the same thing. So here to end it off, we've got the Four of Cups. And as I was just talking about the Four of Cups, see this cup is back here and she's busy looking at these going, wow, I just feel like what am I going to do? This is crying over spilled milk. But look there's a cup right here. So what the real sense I'm getting is wait. That's going to kind of free things up. And I think he's stuck. I think if you contacted him now, he would feel defensive. And I'm thinking here, this is some advice for you. It is saying, you know what? Look what's right behind you. Behind you means it's coming. It's not in the forefront of your view, of your vision, but it would be coming. So that could mean one of two things. He could reach out to you soon. That could mean what's coming, or it could mean the right time is coming. So I'm thinking again that it is saying that you should most likely wait and reassess. If you have not heard from him in a reasonable amount of time, then reach out. Give it a little longer, it looks like. Okay, hope that helped. Hope you hear from him. I know there's nothing worse than waiting. I am very impatient. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and find the next question. And remember, if you want to bump up in the line, You can make a donation of any amount, and that will bump you right up. Okay, here we have a question. Christine asks, a love reading for August. Alrighty, we're going to do a love reading, and I want to do, I keep going to light seers, don't I? I'm going to do the Druid Craft. Light seers, it's like my hand almost always wants to go there just because it's super cool, and it's my new one. Okay, so we're going to use the Druid Craft, and we're going to see a love reading for Christine. We want to know August. What is love looking like in August? What is love looking like in August? Let's find out. The Love Boat. You guys remember that show? If you're not in my age group, you might not. My 25-year-old daughter did not. So, the Love Boat. Okay, what's coming up in August? Okay. Well, I can see that, well, first of all, let me just say this. We've got a lot of court cards here. That to me is signifying that there are potentially several people that you might be coming in contact with, potentially dating, that kind of thing. But I think you're going to have lots of people in here, and again, everybody, I want you to remember, gender on a card does not imply gender in real life. It's just what the gender is in the card, okay? So it looks like you're going to be having several people involved in the month. I think you're going to be having some communication for sure. We've got the Prince of Swords running in. Communication, that's swords. So I'm thinking there's going to be lots of communication coming in from several different people. I don't think this is going to be the earth-shattering month that you're going to find your, planning your wedding or anything, because the Prince of Swords, while, yeah, he's rushing in, he's kind of unorganized. He doesn't have a plan. That's okay in the beginning. You don't need to, meet somebody and be like, all right, let's plan our future. That's not what it's all about. So I do think that there's going to be some stuff coming in August for you. I think you here, the Three of Wands, you're ready to start off on this journey. To me, what this is saying is a dating journey. I'm not sure, I'm reading this like you are single. I'm assuming you are based on the cards. If you're married or in a relationship in terms of love, I think you're going to be making some real strides, but I think there's going to be a lot of people kind of involved. I'm seeing that no matter which way the question goes. And to be quite honest, I'm seeing this as a dating situation. I really am. Here at the end, we have the King of Cups, and that's kind of like the master of all emotions. I think you're going to be very in touch with what you want. I don't think this is going to be confusing. I think you're really going to be kind of weighing it out and seeing, who's deserving of your attention, who you want to see again. We've got the King and the Queen, and they're right bookmarking or bookending the Prince who moves fast. See that? All right. Looks like you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy in August. Okay. So let us just take a look and see what is next. Remember, the night reader is my eyes and ears. He randomly chooses questions and lets me know and helps me out. It helps me out a lot. We've got a lot of questions coming in, and I want to make sure to get to as many as I can and give everybody a chance. So let me see here. Let's see. Miss Chris. Hello, Miss Chris. How are you? Does Jay plan on returning? And if so, when and why? Let's find out what's going on with Jay. Let me get rid of Druid Craft. Well, not get rid of it. Get out of my way. Let me see. I'm going to use the Wizard's Tarot. A little bit of magic. Want to see what's going on? All right, Jay. Are you coming back? Are you trying to come back? And if so, when? And why? Why are you coming? What are you doing? Let's just find out. Okay. We want to know what Jay's doing and why. What are you up to? Okay. I love this deck. I love all of them. Ooh, yeah. See the Wheel of Fortune? It's like coming around, coming around, coming around. Coming back, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back, leaving. Okay. I think because he thinks you'll do what he wants. He thinks he can kind of persuade you. He thinks that you have a possibility of making things happen. And I'm going to explain where I'm getting this from. Here we've got the 10 of Cups. That's the happy, success. That's a 10. That's the 10 of Cups. The number 10 stands for completion, end of a cycle, achievement. And it also implies family. I mean, this is 10 of Cups, which is the suit of emotions and love. So I think he thinks no matter what's going on, he thinks he's the emperor. He thinks that he's going to be able to kind of charge through. He thinks he's going to be able to bust through, and you will easily come back because he thinks that's what happens. Coming back, breaking up, coming back, breaking up. See it? Here we have the Chariot. The Chariot is typically indicates like a fast movement, bringing together of energies. I get the real feeling that he thinks if he just comes in and kind of sets the tone and makes some kind of declaration like, yes, I want you back, that things are going to go and you guys are going to be able to put your fears to rest, get on the same page, get these two dragons to pull at the same point. Because think about it, if you're pulling at the same point, you're moving forward. If one's going this way and one's going that way, you're not going anywhere. This Chariot is not moving yet. So I do not think he believes you are on the same page, but I think he thinks that he's kind of the boss, or that he can convince you. I think that's exactly what's going on. He thinks you can have this. He thinks he is free to just go back and forth. He thinks he can win you over, like that. And he thinks that once he gets you to believe that, you guys will just take off. That's what I see. What I think's going on. He thinks he's in charge, Miss Chris. Or I don't know if he thinks he's in charge necessarily, but he thinks he can control this. He thinks that he can make it happen. He's just going to make it happen. All right, Bratty Kitten Princess. Funny name, love it. And there's a Laura on the end. Bratty Kitten Princess Laura. What does Aries think about our sex together? Ooh, what's a good sex deck? Dun, dun, let us do pre-Raphaelite. That's a good one. Let's do that. What is going on with the sex life? What is Aries thinking? Is Aries thinking good things? I hope so. Let us find out. Okay, Bratty Kitten. What does Aries think about our sex together? Okay. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay, let me just do a quick shuffle again. I was mixing stuff up. Okay, I have to focus when I shuffle. That's when because I stink at shuffling for one, but actually really because I need to focus on the question. That's how I'm kind of connecting. I'm getting some juice, intuition, the juice is going, I always consider like crystals and tarot cards as my cell phone to the universe. Cell phone to the universe. Oh, he's loving it. He's loving it. He's thinking things are looking good. I'm wondering if I think he's feeling that he needs to pay attention to details to make sure that you're thinking he's good. I think, this is the Seven of Pentacles. It's paying attention to the details. I think he feels that he put some extra effort in, and he's thinking, this made all the difference. I also think this means he recognizes paying attention to the details. Some of maybe the moves, are just right up his alley. Right now, here we've got the world, and look at, she's facing there. She's dreamily thinking about the details, and look what's here. And in this deck, we have a lot of naked people. How funny. The world, that's just having it all. And who doesn't think a sexual encounter wouldn't be great, walking away feeling like you have it all? This is the balance. I think the balance is there. Good for him, good for you. Did he? I think that is awesome. And I think this is saying, here we've got the Eight of Cups. She's going off to brighter shores. That's not walking away from you. That's wanting some more. Ha ha. So this was kind of one of the, I feel like a little kid, like I'm going, I think not only was Aries excited about it, but Aries thinks there's more. Again, I try to be gender neutral. I'm sorry if I'm not sometimes, but yeah, he or she is looking for some more. Looking for some more. Good job. All right. So what have we got next? I have to move this because I'm going to drop it if I do not. All right. I see why, if any of you watch Tarot Oracle, which if you're not, you should, he has a tarot tower, and I can see why, because I have all these decks. I'm trying to use different decks, and they're all spread out. I mean, I just can't even keep it all together. Alrighty. KZ Vibes asks, I'm curious if MDY is the other girl that P is juggling in between, relationship-wise. Okay. So we've got MDY. Is she the other girl, and P is juggling between you and she? I'm assuming that's what that is. Okay. So let us see. We got some juggling going on. We want to know. We're going to use today's journey. We're going to pull in some modern images just to get a little peek and see what we see. Okay. So let me give it a good shuffle. All right. MDY. P, what are you doing? You got two girls or boys. No, girls. You said girl. All right. P, what are you doing? What is P doing? Okay. P is juggling. Okay. All right. Let us see. Nine of Fire. We got some heat. Ten of Earth. Father of Air. And another Earth. So we've got two Pentacles. And we've got a Swords and a Wands. So I'm not seeing any cups. I was looking for cups, or expecting to see some cups, because obviously that would be love and emotions. I'm thinking that while there might be some juggling going on, I don't think that P is making any decisions or moving on anything. I don't think that there is any movement on it. If you notice here, the road, there are two choices over there, but it's blocked by this gate. And I think that that's what's happening. Not ready for a decision, not even potentially making a decision at this point, holding back. Here we have the Ten of Earth. That's the Ten of Pentacles. And again, tens, that's kind of tens, what tens can mean, it's also the completion of the suit, obviously. So that's having it all. Look at this is a teacher instructing kids. It's a grandfather telling stories. It's about kind of having it all. But what tends also signify is end of a cycle, renewal, things like that. So I think things are going to turn around. I don't think there's really a decision being made, or a real decision, meaning if there is another person that is being juggled, I don't think it's a real true decision to be made. Not that it's okay to be, unless it's a joint decision that it's okay, but I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think that's anything. And I don't think that P is really thinking it's going to. The reason that I say that my thought is confirmed, we also have the king of air, which is swords. Excuse me. Now, swords, that's about, well, obviously yellow would mean something about optimism, cheerfulness, but it's also about impatience. I think that, he's trying to move forward here. We've got the father of earth, which is the king of earth, or pentacles, excuse me. I think that, he's moving forward. He's trying to renew something. Or he or she, I think that things are going to either rekindle or start anew. I'm getting the real feeling from this that it's just kind of like one of those things. Not that it's okay, but I don't know if you can relate to, or somebody who had like an emotional affair, or just likes to flirt to get that kind of self-esteem boost. Now, that's not to say that I advocate that, but I get the real feeling that that's what's going on. I think there is some not leaving you behind, but just kind of not ready to move forward, wanting all of this, but this is impatient. This is not knowing quite what to do yet. Yeah. If there is another girl, I think it's either nothing or it's not going anywhere. I don't think it's going anywhere. All right. Well, I hope that helps. I hope to find out. There's nothing worse than a triangle that you did not voluntarily join into. Whenever I scroll, I get my place gets bumped. So let me get back. There we go. Here we go. Okay, Macon. When will I, Sagittarius, find my first love? Let us find out. Gonna have to bear with me for a second. I gotta put this away or I'm gonna spill it. My space is confining. All right, so when will I find my first love? I'm gonna say that this is a Light Seers question. So Light Seers, here we go. Macon would like to know, when is love coming? We want to know when love is coming from Macon. Okay, let's see. Sagittarius, okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we've got. Okay, looks like we have a donation that came in. Thank you so much, Tabitha. We're going to get your question next. Thank you. Donations do take priority, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do Tabitha next. Thank you. Okay, so when will you find your first love? OMG. We've got the Ace of Cups first in the spread. New opportunity for love. That is absolutely what we wanted to see there. That is definitely a new opportunity is coming. It's in the first spot. So I think there's going to be something coming in. Here, we've got the Nine of Cups. Look how happy this person is. Throwing the cups. It's almost like if, you're excited and you had a hands full of confetti and whoa. I don't recommend throwing cups in the air. You might hurt yourself. But look, she's jumping out of a treasure chest. So leaping out of good things and so happy and excited. Something new is coming and you're going to be really excited. Now, the Four of Swords, that's kind of about rest, relaxation, also reflection. Let things progress naturally. If, this is somebody who, for the first time you're finding that you're feeling you're in love, you're going to be like, very anxious to get started and to keep moving. And you're going to be, but you got to be careful too. Have that excitement. Yes, that's all part of the beginning and it's all part of those first stages and you should enjoy yourself. But if you come in too fast, too hard, that scares people away. That makes people feel like, you're too glommy or too needy. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's saying take it a little slow in terms of don't text every 5 minutes. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. That gets annoying and it pushes people away. So it is saying it's coming. Be careful not to rush in and be too annoyingly happy or needy feeling, But look at what's at the end. The Fool. That is the best new beginning card that there is. New beginning. Ready. Look at, she's about to just fall backwards. She's not even looking because she knows this is the new beginning. This is my new journey. And everything is so perfect that I don't even need to look where I'm leaning. See? So this is an awesome spread for first love. The advice, though, is don't rush in. Don't be, too over the top. That doesn't mean don't be excited. Doesn't mean don't express your, happiness or feelings. Girls like that too, or guys, I'm sure. I'm a girl, that's why I said that. But yeah, that was perfect. I think that was a perfect answer from the tarot. Perfect meaning they're all perfect. Perfect meaning I'm sure exactly what you were wanting to hear. Okay, so Tabitha, you are going next. Let me just find your question. Here we go. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's see what the question is. Will Ken come toward me in love? Let us see. Let us see. We're going to use Anna K for this, my all-time favorite. All right. Will Ken come toward me in love, or will Ken come toward me in August? You want to know, Tabitha, Ken, are you coming toward Tabitha? Okay. Okay. Let's see what the cards are going to say. You're getting a message. You're getting a message. Oh, my goodness. I think so. I definitely think so. This is the Eight of Rods, which is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a fast-moving card. It means things are moving. It indicates movement. In this particular deck, the Anna K, this is also indicating you're going to be hearing from somebody. You're getting a message. I mean, that looks pretty obvious in the card. Obviously, they're handing up a message. But look at her also. She's there's a barrier there. She's not jumping in that. This is saying that you are going to hear from him, but don't be super eager. That doesn't mean don't respond or don't talk like you normally would. But don't let that light a fire under you where you're, just like that last reading we had. Don't be overly, pushing it like, yeah. I do think you're going to hear something. Then there's going to be kind of a change of perspective. I don't know if perhaps Ken is sort of trying to evaluate whether he wants to come toward you. But I think what this is saying here is that if that's what he's been thinking or whatever the holdup might be, he is looking at that very differently. He has a different perspective, is going to take a different route, and look at what's right next to him. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. That's everybody's ideal partner. Somebody running in who's saying, you know, here, look at giving flowers and just very romantic, kind of swoop you off your feet type of person. And then here we have the emperor. The emperor is saying that the emperor's kind of like the big boss, meaning has control over everything. He's holding a sword, which is communication, very even keeled, perfect planning out of the timing of things. I don't think it's going to be difficult for you to build a relationship upon what you're going to be seeing. There's been a change of perspective, and that is coming. That information is coming to you. This is on its way. But again, take it to, I mean, nothing's saying take it slow, but it is saying, you know, this barrier is saying, yes, take the information. Don't leap over and jump in his arms and, let it flow. Let it flow, because the emperor says it is all going to work out. Let it flow. Ooh, that was a good one, Tabitha. That was a good one. All right. Let us see what is next. Let me go ahead and scroll. Okay. And let's see. Ooh, it does that to me every time, right when I'm rolling down. Okay, Allison R. What are my spiritual gifts and how can I raise my vibration and spirituality? I feel like I'm coming to a spiritual awakening. How exciting. How exciting. That is awesome. Keep going with that feeling and let it take you where it takes you. You know, don't, there are certain rules, well, rules may be a bad word, but maps, I guess, to follow. However, you know what I do? I make up my own practices. I do. I make up my own spreads. I don't memorize 100 spreads. I have spreads that I've created that make sense to me. Same thing like with crystals and things. I mean, there's a cleansing ritual. There's this kind of ritual. I make up my own, not because the other ones aren't good, but because I do what feels right. So keep that in mind. Don't get stuck on the predetermined method or whatever that other people say you should do. That's what I did for the longest time. I had the hardest time meditating because I'm like, I just can't sit here and put my hand. There are so many other ways to do things and do what feels right. Spirituality means you know what to do. Go with your intuition. So be open and just go with the flow. I was stuck way too long on rules that didn't really apply to me. Not that they didn't apply to others, and not that they weren't good, but they just didn't work it for me. Okay, we're using the Wizard's Tarot because that seems very magical to me. What are my spiritual gifts and how can I raise my vibration? Well, I am a big law of attraction person, and raising your vibration is to use positive thinking. I won't get into that because that's a whole side chapter, but I would recommend looking at Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks has a lot of different books, and there's even videos on YouTube. If you're not a big reader, check it out if you haven't already. All right, we've got the sun here. That is happiness. That is the ultimate happiness. I mean, feeling good, feeling optimistic, things are all in line. Just everything's wonderful. Everything's growing. So I think you're in a place right now where you are the most open and ready for some information. The spiritual gifts are kind of like a download from the universe. Imagine if you were doing a computer program, you download the program. Sometimes you need to do an upgrade, or sometimes you need to update it. Sometimes you need to switch platforms. Same thing applies. This is saying there are some other things that you can be doing. You don't need to, well, hey, that pulls right into what I was saying about following your own path. Even if you don't know what the path is, you are not going to be tied to somebody else's path if it's not working for you. This is going to keep growing. These are going to keep growing for you. This is the Empress. This is the nurturing of your gift. This is expanding upon your gift. Here we've got some King of Pentacles energy here. Pentacles are the suit of resources. So being the king, he has, mastered his resources. It's about, kings are always obviously the king. He is sort of focused on the big picture of things. He's calm. He's analytical. He's got all this money. Look, he's got pentacles. He's just everything. Very stable, very much of a leader with success. So I see things really coming together. These two paired together really make sense. Growing your gift, success. Here, your happiness. Do not let don't let everything get you down. You're not going to, even just hearing this reading or even after meditating for a week, you're not going to just sit there and a lightning bolt's going to hit you and you're going to be like, These things kind of they kind of creep up on you. Be paying attention, be encouraging it, and having an open, calm mind lets things come in because it's not, it's not pushed away by the noise of other things. Like, what am I going to have for lunch? Where am I going to get the money to pay that bill? Oh my goodness, I have to go brush my teeth. I mean, thinking about anything, no matter if it's bad or good, creates noise in there. So opening your mind. This is a very exciting time since you're feeling it. And be that empress. Let it grow. Be calm. And it'll come to you. Check out Abraham Hicks. I think you'll like it. It's about raising your vibration. Okay, let's see who is next. Yeah, I'm a real big law of attraction person. Maybe someday I'll do a video on it, but it is totally a much bigger topic than this. This is what we're doing. We're doing tarot. Okay, let's see. Violet Anine asks, can I get a general reading, please? You absolutely can. And for this general reading, we are going to use the Arcanum Tarot. Another new toy of mine. I got this one right before Lightseers, so a week apart. So I've got two new toys. Okay, general reading for Violet. General reading. What should Violet know? What should Violet know? Okay. What should Violet know? Okay. Oh, we got the Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords. Okay. So let's take a look. All right, we've got two pentacles, and they're right next to each other. So that's something to pay attention to. I think we've got also two twos in a row. So twos are the number two is for balance. It's for partnership, duality. So the Two of Cups with the cups typically indicates something that would be clearly on this card. It's two people. It's often, a romance kind of indicator. But cups can also, anything that's near and dear to your heart. I'm not seeing any other love cards, and I'm seeing these two pentacles. So I have the tendency to think that this is not necessarily a romance. It could be, but I'm thinking it's most likely something near and dear to your heart. I think it's causing you to have some kind of a moment that you're going to have to kind of decide, that you're going to have to sort of juggle. If you notice, not only is she juggling these, but look at how stable she is. She's doing like a yoga pose there, and she's standing on one leg. She's got rocky terrain, but she is balanced. She is just standing there. So it's about thinking, and look at where she's looking. So I'm thinking what this is saying, that there is something kind of coming together. I'm not feeling romance, but it could be, but I'm not feeling that. Something's kind of coming together, something that's important to you. I believe it does involve money or resources of some kind. And I think that this is something, again, near and dear to your heart. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, which is the giving, generosity. That's obviously real important. But the number 6, that also means cooperation, communication. So, I think you're going to be working with somebody to help you decide what to do to continue to make these 2 cups coming together. So this is all fantastic. But here we have the 10 of cups or swords. Not bad, but what it is saying is that this is probably going to be a time of some real exhaustion, defeated feeling. I think you might have a lot of people talking to you about it, giving you some ideas. Remember, you're trying to decide something, it looks like, or balance something. You might just have way too many cooks in the kitchen, and they're kind of bombarding you with communication about it. The 10s, though, they do indicate completion of a cycle. So I do see that you're going to be able to, put the kibosh on that. But I'm seeing, a real decision, balancing act going on, something that's really important to you, near and dear to your heart. And other people, I feel, are going to be really kind of in the way, yakking it up to you. You're going to need to kind of be like, enough. That makes sense? Okay. Lots of 2s and pentacles and all kinds of fun stuff. All right. I'm going to take one more question just because it is 1 hour has elapsed, but we're going to do one more because I just want to. How do you like that? So let's get this last question, and this is the last question of the day for Zenab. Will Wakwar, I hope I'm saying that correct. Please forgive me if I'm not. Will Wakwar and I get married in the future? Let's find out. This is a perfect question for the end of the day. A future that looks bright, I hope. Let us find out. We're going to use the Tarot in Wonderland. No, you know what? We're going to end the day with the Light Seers because it is my new fave. Okay. Are you going to be getting married in the future? I'm going to get married in the future. Oh, Allison says you listen to Abraham every day. I know, me too. Well, not any day as much as I used to, but I've a million times. I have almost all of the books. Great information. Great information. I love Abraham. Okay. Let's see. You're going to be getting married in the future. I want to see some marriage cards. Let's see some marriage cards, please. We are hopeful. We are hopeful. Whoop, whoop. Look at, we got 2 of Cups. And the Star. All right. There is great hope for this. Yes, I think that you are, you can feel safe in the hope, because I do see it's coming. And I do see that, there is going to be kind of a guided way to, to each other, to the marriage. I think that this represents you here, the 7 of Swords. I feel like you are, kind of feeling, obviously you're not sure. Clearly you asked the question. So I realize that. But what the card is saying here, the 7 of Swords gives, it's about choices. It's, in the Rider-Waite, it's about looking up in the sky, and there are all these cups, and some have snakes in them, and some have jewels in them. Here, he's gathering feathers. He's not coming to the scary one that's clearly going, "Wah," or whatever it's doing. He's thinking, he's selectively choosing. So I think that there is, a selection process. Not to say that there are lots of people to choose from, but finding out, is everything in place? Is this meeting my needs? Is this going to be what I want for my future? And look where he's going. He's walking over here. He's crouching to the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups coming together. It is love. It is the joining of two people, two energies. Look at the energy coming out of these cups. So I do believe that yes, that's looking great. And here, if you look at the star, again, hopefulness, finding the way, showing the way, finding the way. I mean, how much more can you get from that? It doesn't look immediate. The Ten of Wands, excuse me, the Ten of Wands are saying that, there's a lot to kind of go through first to get to this. So it's not that the way isn't clear, but there are some things that need to happen before the marriage. I think the way is clear there. I think it's going to be clear for you. I think that there is a lot to do. I mean, look at here. She's carrying her suitcase. She's got the ox with all the stuff on her, and they're coming down this long path. That's not to say it's going to take 1,000 years, but I do think, there's some work. This is Wands, the suit of growth and effort. So it's a positive thing. You have to be working at a relationship or it's never going to go anywhere. Once that honeymoon phase is over, that's where it stops if you're not working. So yes, I think that is definitely something you are likely going to be enjoying in the future. All right, everyone, a big thank you to Night Reader Tarot. Thank you to those who donated, and thank all of you for being here today. It means so much to me. I have a great time reading for you, and I can't wait to read for you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.